Welcome everybody to another episode of Our Wives Are Friends with your hosts Tyler and Eric. We hope you enjoy the show.
This episode is brought to you by nobody because we still don't have any sponsors.
Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Our Wives Are Friends with your hosts, not Tyler and Eric. No, Eric's out car shopping. So we got Skyler filling in.
How's it going, guys?
And we got my brother, Justin, on.
What's going on, guys?
Finally.
Yeah.
Trying to work some schedules and all have families and stuff. But yeah, what's going on, man? How's everything going? How's your day?
It's going. It's really busy. Super busy. The whole day's been just nothing but busy.
Why?
Just fixing up the house. I told you it's still getting painted right now.
Oh yeah, you had like partially done.
Yeah, partially done, and now it's getting completed. Today it's going to be complete.
Well, now that we've had 16 storms or something this winter.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Crazy.
Yeah, and if you want to know what that other part of being busy was, I was manscaping my body.
All right. Yeah.
Can you go into detail?
What
do you use? Do you use like a razor?
No,
straight razor.
No.
You hit it with the leather strap.
It's like a wall shaver, like a hair shaver.
Oh,
corded.
So did you use So I noticed that your head is also. You didn't have your hair.
No.
Your hair was not trimmed yesterday.
No.
Wait, hold on. You're using a corded?
No, corded on the body.
Okay. All right.
So it's not the same.
No, I had
to
go take my son off to the what is that? Great Clips? No. Yeah, Supercuts, sorry. And then I went and got one, so.
Nice.
I just thought I was just making sure you're not using the same razor. You're not getting pubes in your hair because your hair is also trimmed.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Cross contamination. You don't want to go that route.
Try not to.
All right, good.
Especially around the eyes.
Wait, what? You get your eyebrows too? Or what?
No. But yeah, no, it's a time. I don't know how often you guys do that, but when you go for it, it takes a minute.
What would it take for you to be completely hairless, including eyebrows and everything?
What would it take?
Yeah, bicked, like the whole fucking thing.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Like what? I mean, I don't know.
Are we talking like $1, man?
Yeah. What are you? I don't know what you're going for. A weird favor?
No.
What?
No. I just
What do I get? Are you a fucking genie? I don't understand.
Would it take a certain amount of money?
Oh.
Or would it take
ball
fondling or something?
Yeah. Easily some money or some sexual favors for sure.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wait. You won't.
It's not that bad. If it's coming from Tyler, maybe.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay.
So
Sweet.
I'll hit you up tomorrow. Anyway, Justin.
Yeah.
Tell us. I mean, I already know you.
Sure.
But tell us a little bit about yourself as if we don't know you. Tell the listeners a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Well, I'm Tyler's brother. So younger brother, 3 years. So I've been abused growing up. So I'm a survivor, some would say.
I knew this. I'm so okay. I got to look at the statute of limitations on beating up your little brother.
I mean, we can get into details if you want, but a couple broken bones and stabbed feet, but it's fine.
That was you.
Well, some would beg to differ.
You stabbed your own foot with his own sword.
So we're talking about brotherly quarrels. I just thought you were the favorite of your parents and they beat the shit out of him.
No, they didn't get him.
That's what I thought. I was like, man, your mom's a nice lady. I didn't see that coming.
No, let's just say there was a lot of summers that it was just us.
Just us, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Parents would go off to work, and we're in junior high, and it's don't go outside and get kidnapped, but everything else is free reign.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
It was different time back then. Too.
Well, yeah,
MTV was TRL was still on.
Oh, you were dreaming about going to the MTV Beach House. That's what I was doing.
Yeah.
With Cisco.
Tyler was doing MTV Beach House. I was doing Rocket Power.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big difference there.
So I mean, when you're 10 and your brother's 13, that's at that age, that's a big difference of where we're at socially.
Yeah, Yeah, you were concentrating on being Squid from Rocket Power, and Tyler wanted to be Carson Daly, so it's a little different.
Seriously. And it's different now. As you get older, the age gap doesn't seem so different. We both have families. We're both married, but growing up, it's different.
Does it make you feel old that you grew up with this really, like, it almost felt like you were a lot younger, and now we all have families and we're all just kind of equally old?
Yeah, that's kind of how it feels. Yeah. Growing up, I would tag along with you guys. Tyler would bring me to a couple of house parties. I'm like, fuck yeah. Like,
when he was 21.
When I was 21, yeah. So
yeah, you were able to definitely
when I was 21.
You brought beer because you were 21.
When I was 21, I needed my brother to take me to some house parties.
Yeah, that's how it happens.
But yeah, now that we're all old and grunting when we get out of bed, it's kind of how it feels.
So when you so now Satan, I don't think me and you have never talked about kids.
Did you say now Satan?
Yeah, now Satan. No, so we've never talked about kids before. Do you feel older now that you have kids?
Man, do I feel older in this? Yeah, kind of. Only because, listen, when you have kids, you're not focused on yourself anymore. Everything you do from getting up in the morning to going to bed at night is all for your kids. You're no longer focused on yourself. You're not selfish in that aspect anymore. Everything you do is for them. So in a sense, I guess, I feel older in that aspect of not having to worry about.
It depends on how much Benadryl you give your kids before bed. Then that might be a little selfish.
Yeah, allegedly. But no, I feel younger in the same sense because I feel like I'm getting to kind of start over. I'm living through them. My oldest is now, she's going to be 4 this month, actually, at the end of this month. And so it's just crazy, watching her grow up. And, we're actually taking her to Disneyland this weekend. Tomorrow, actually, we're going to take off for a couple of days. And, she doesn't even know about it. We're going to just wake her up at 3 a.m. and throw her in the car. She's going to be pissed off yelling at me, but she'll probably fall back asleep, hopefully.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be exciting, man.
Are you going to record it, like her reaction?
Definitely not. No, you guys don't want to see that. Wait, the reaction of showing up, yes. The whole waking up in the morning and getting in the car.
Oh, so you're not going to tell her until you're like arriving?
Yeah, like she's going to be like, where are we going? But although, get this. So today we're at lunch and my little brother-in-law, he goes, Charlotte, what are you doing tomorrow? She goes, I'm going to Disneyland.
Like she just knows?
Like she just knows, dude. I'm like, well, no, we're not going. No. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, we're going to be taking Austin soon.
Nice. Yeah, she's gonna love it, man.
Well, she's got a freaking memory of a damn elephant that, like, she knows things that happened in her birth.
Yeah, that's how Charlotte is, man.
Okay, so you'll remember it.
These kids.
We didn't want to take her too early though, because then it's just kind of, we can't do anything, she can't do anything. So what's the point?
Yeah, it's fun though to be able to experience them experiencing it. Yeah,
that's why I'm excited to go now because she's old enough to understand.
Yeah, that's really. We took Charlotte when she was 3.
She's 3.
Yeah. So, well, I know, but she's 3.5. Like right when she turned 3.
She's not 3.5. She turns 4 this month.
No, your daughter.
Oh, mine. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
You guys are confusing kids right now.
Talk about Charlotte.
But no, it's gonna be exciting, man. To answer your question, do I feel old now that I have kids? Yes and no, I guess would be the answer. I do feel old because I have back problems and I can't run 10 feet without, dying for breath. But at the same time, I'm living through my kids. I'm getting to see them grow up, and I feel like, oh man, this is kind of reliving it as they grow up through it, and it's fucking awesome, dude. It's amazing.
That's a lot of pride you and Tyler have when they're young. It dies out later on.
Oh well.
You gonna give them some pointers?
No, not really. It's more of just the experience you have to experience yourself. To where you're like, man, I can't wait to go to Disneyland. It's gonna be such a cool thing. And I'm like, I'll tell the wife, I'm like, when are we gonna take a vacation? Like, with the kids? Well, no, none of them. When are we going to? We can leave them here all weekend. So a little different.
Yeah, for sure.
It'll get there. It's cute now. Not so cute later.
Gets old later, huh?
Oh, it gets really old. That's that sound that Eric likes. He's not here. He's shopping for cars.
Which one?
The moan?
No. Oh, both, maybe.
Eric likes that.
Yeah. No. The definitely the popping out another brewski. So
Yeah, Skyler's over here drinking a Salty Crew beer, which I
Is
was
it-
surprised.
is
He
it-
didn't even know it was a clothing brand.
Didn't know.
That shows your age.
Yeah.
That you're
I'm
like,
fucking old.
I don't know. I've never seen this before.
When the cashier asked you if you were going to buy the shirt to go with it,
No. That would be cool if they give you a shirt with these. I'd be in.
be
I'd be way more in.
But
why,
it's
why is this beer $27?
Yeah. Oh, they charge you for it with the $10
But
case of beer.
that's how they get you to buy more beer though. Is they put a random shirt size in the thing, so you have to keep buying it
I
to
like
get
that.
your size.
I like that.
Like it's like a lottery type thing.
Yeah, I mean, you hit it once, though, and it's...
Yeah, but then you're good. You're like,
That's
hey
it.
man, I got my shirt. How lucky is that?
I think they should
Shirt size.
make beer boxes like cereal, to where you can collect enough tabs and then turn it in for a prize.
Right.
They should do it like
like
that.
box tops. You turn them
box
into
tops
the
and
school.
cereal.
You open it up,
Yeah.
and there's a maze on the inside you can also do while you're
wonderful!
drunk.
A little submarine that sinks in the bathtub. It's just magical
Just a toy inside too.
for no reason. A color changing spoon. So.
Dude, do they still do that kind of shit
Oh
in
yeah.
cereal?
Yeah.
And I haven't seen No.
Oh, they do. They do.
Like toys?
Yeah, the
Like
kids
like
sometimes.
cracker
Yeah,
cereal toys?
they'll get stuff. It's I don't know what they are. They're like little figures, and they have little suction cups on them, and you can put them on stuff.
Okay, yeah, I guess I've seen it.
Like
But they don't-
random. It's
but they
really
don't-
random.
But they don't do like they used to do.
No.
I remember like we'd go to the store and there would just be like open cereal boxes because people just like ripped them open just to take the toys out and then left.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Being in California, they just do that with actual toys now. All the kids just walk out. You know,
No, yeah.
our law system shit.
Yeah, that's...
I remember a story that you told me involving Nerf guns.
Which one? Oh, was this the Jelby thing?
No, with you. One time I ran into you at like a Walmart or something, and were wearing cargo shorts.
I'm wearing cargo shorts now.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Could have
exactly.
been last
That's
week.
that's pretty much all season.
But I like talked to you after,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Hey, by the way, my cargo shorts were full of Nerf darts."
Oh, when was that? I might have been having like a Nerf battle or something.
Dude, like either way,
Yeah.
you didn't pay for them.
No.
You just ripped it
No,
open.
I
And
Did
probably
you-
did.
did you
I
have-
Probably did.
Did you have kids at this point?
Maybe. Yeah, it was a maybe.
I think
would
so.
hope so.
I think you did. Just real little.
Maybe. But nowadays, man, I go to the store to buy my kids a Nerf gun. I'm like,
Emphasis on the buy.
oh no, and I'm like, $70, and then you literally go to checkout with the box, and it's just a box.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even in there. And I'm like, who walked out with this whole thing? It's very strange.
Like nobody
Stopped.
nobody saw them
No.
walk out with a giant.
No, actually,
Even
the
if
last
they
time
do, what are you gonna
that
do?
happened, I went looking for these little gel blaster things, and couldn't find any. All the boxes just ripped, torn apart, and I was like, all right, whatever. I go out in the parking lot, and there's a bunch of kids playing with them.
Yeah, the gel blaster thing is new. That's like the new
Oh, they're fun.
trend, dude.
It's fun.
Yeah, I don't know.
My kids got them, and they're crazy.
Don't they make a mess though?
No, see, that's
So
the thing.
they're
Though. Yeah, they're
biodegradable,
biodegradable. So it's kind of like instead of shooting 1,000 Nerf darts and then picking them all up, these just melt.
Dude, okay, so here's a story. We would have had fun with that. I think Dad would have appreciated us with those because we used to play those summers that we were talking about. We used to play airsoft in the house.
In the house.
Oh, yeah.
And so like down the hallway, my parents would come home and there was the airsoft BBs
Stuck in
embedded
the
in the
wall.
wall.
Oh, yeah.
And there's still to this day, he just painted over them. So there's still fucking like the indentations of all these.
That
BB
probably brings up
holes.
the value of your house. Those are hard.
Yeah.
Much harder than a wall.
It makes the wall more sturdy. It'll survive a tornado.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you live across the street from which is a now park, but it was just a field,
We grew up
and
next
there
to
was
a
just
dirt
these
field.
big
Oh,
dirt
I remember.
mounds. And man, we'd have us and the neighbor kids. We'd go out there and have airsoft wars, and
We'd bring our shovels and we'd build like ramps, like, really
Ramps.
tall, and then just like
Mhm.
eat shit and,
yeah,
and walk
See,
back
and
with like
you want-
foxtails.
And I was just telling you guys about like older children. Like you guys, yours is young right now. Dude, I can't get my kids out of the house for shit. So I used to be outside, same time,
yeah,
same
but this is
age.
this generation.
Yeah, and
we
I'm
didn't
like,
have the
oh.
technology
Mm.
like they do now. We didn't have all
trying
that.
to type hello on a
Our
pager.
extent of technology was at 5:00, the lights would come on. We'd go in and watch Toonami.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I mean.
We'd wait for Dragon Ball Z to
Dragon
come on.
Ball Z, and then we go out in the backyard and do it on the trampoline.
Yep, fight each other on a trampoline.
Yeah. But I mean, to be fair, I feel like these days, I mean, like, I don't know about you guys, but I don't think I'd let my daughter out to go down the street by herself
No.
or with friends. You know what I mean?
Definitely
It's just
not.
different. No.
Even dude, I mean, it's a 9-minute gap. The oldest walks from high school to my house. It's a 9-minute gap, and it's still worrisome. So
Yeah, absolutely. It's terrifying, man. All the crazy shit that
You should get one of those little. You get those. You can buy those drones now that like follow.
yes,
Right, and like so if they use it for filming and stuff. You should just have like that in her backpack so that it follows her, and you can just pop up and watch her, make sure she makes it home safe.
I gave her pepper spray. So.
Well, you see, they have these.
She takes it to school.
Yeah, it's in her backpack.
Okay.
They have these air tags now. You guys seen those? Like people are putting air tags in their children's backpacks or their shoes and stuff like that. That way they can track them.
I made Austin swallow one.
What? It's in the toilet now.
Yeah, it's in the toilet. I really just wanted to track where our feces go.
Yeah, where the sewer lines are headed.
Yeah, that's what I really wanted to track. But I do remember growing up, and like these, like Skyler and everybody would come over to the house, and you'd always like, cause you were when we were seniors, you were a freshman.
I was a freshman.
So it was always like, oh, I'm gonna hang out, that type of thing. I remember Beer Fest night. He was the one filling up all of our drinks all night.
He was only filling up, not partaking in the drinking. That happened later when he was 21, going to house parties.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Uh-huh.
You can't beat it around the bush, dude. Like high school kids drink. It is what
It's
it
a
is.
possibility they might.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I've never witnessed it, but I'm sure it does happen somewhere.
Yeah,
it's got to somewhere,
It's got
right?
to, yeah, I mean, it's inevitable.
It's inevitable that high school kids drink. So.
yeah,
Yeah,
There's no way I would have not met your uncle,
That's they're gonna bring up the old Uncle Kenny, huh?
It's a good guy.
Great guy, man.
So when are we having him on? He's gonna get arrested as we are leaving. No. I'm just kidding.
Well, the best thing about having him on is he won't be late. He'll be sleeping out front.
We'll have to do it in his van.
He'll just be sleeping out there.
Cops would come raid his house as the house party's going on. Where's he at? I don't know.
That's
He's
what we
laying
should
on the
do.
roof.
Is that
Yeah,
van
it's
he's
just laying
got?
on the roof.
We should turn that van into a
Podcast fan?
podcast, little studio.
Little Steve-O action.
I've tried to ask him about if we can get Big Orange running and turn Big Orange into a podcast
That
studio.
would be dope, dude.
Well, I mean, the way he walks around the Tyler, I think we'd all have to fight him to actually let us do that. So
Yeah, it's his baby that he doesn't want to get.
that is his baby.
No.
When we were throwing stuff when you were moving into his van, he was not happy. He wasn't a happy camper.
Okay. You got to understand Kenny though. He like doesn't sleep. Okay, and he's just a grumpy old man. But he's not gonna say no. He's a big pussy.
That looks like
On steroids.
Yeah, he's a big pussy on steroids. He's fine.
oh yeah, okay. It looks like James Dean.
Yeah.
Yeah, like James Dean had cancer and then became Mr. Clean.
Come on. Come on. He beat that.
He did beat cancer, dude, twice.
Well, knowing your uncle, yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that.
He had
Could definitely see that.
Dude, he had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, beat it, went to the doctor for a checkup, had skin cancer. So they removed it off of his face, and they gave half of his face a facelift. So half was like 30, the other was like 42. He took 10 years off his face, half of his face.
Rough.
I told him he has to get skin cancer on the other side just so that they can even out the
I'm
facelift.
pretty sure he doesn't have to get cancer to do that.
I think you just get that.
I think you can just get that.
No, it's cancer's required.
Yeah, okay.
You gotta have cancer.
Gotta.
So anyway, back to Justin stabbing himself in the foot with a sword.
Okay, we're going back.
Oh, shit.
I mean, we both had our own swords.
Okay, let's.
And we were fighting with actual swords in the house. Like clink, clink.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And he goes like this. He's standing there, put his sword down like this,
No.
and it went right through his foot.
No, that's not how it happened.
An actual sword,
Yes.
like
Okay,
a samurai sword.
we went to the
Scottish games.
Oh,
and bought
okay,
swords.
okay. I know which one you're talking about. All right.
I had laid my sword in my bedroom, pointing toward the door.
Do you do that often?
This sounds like a
Is
person.
that-
That sounds
yeah,
like his
that's-
fault.
Well, okay. But at the end of the day, Tyler decided that he wanted to roughhouse for some reason. Wanted to beat my ass.
I'm to fuck with you.
So I'm starting to run. I'm like, no, get away. So I run down the hall and I run into my room. My foot just so happened to hit the sword that was pointing toward the door on the ground, and it
Just put it
stabbed
away.
through my foot. Well, not through, but
But there was a moment of we're looking at his foot. There's a gouge in it, and it's not bleeding. And we go, okay, I think we're good. And it just went like it was like one of those immediate. We just went and just started gushing with blood.
it just started coming.
Like there was a
Oh,
delay,
yeah.
and we were like, "Oh shit! Don't tell mom."
No,
And we
I'm
rushed.
telling mom.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling mom. Yeah, she's gonna hear about this. And that's just one of the.
And then
the
she
few-
patted you on the back, telling him to beat the shit out of him. Right? That's how it
Yeah,
went.
that's exactly that way. Yeah.
Typically goes, Justin, you dumbass, how did you do this? Pat Tyler on the back, beat my ass. I'm the one with a stabbed foot.
It was her fault, really. If we want to take it back, it was her fault for being like, "Oh, you guys are young kids. Yeah, let me buy you swords at the Scottish Games."
Yeah. And by the way, she wasn't home.
And she wasn't home.
Again,
she didn't like take them away from us and was like, "You can only play with these when I'm home, or they're decoration only. Let's put them on the wall." It's like, here, you guys have full reign of these swords.
Battle in the living room.
She's gonna love this episode.
Hey, it's like what you said though. Different, like what you said though. Different times, right? I mean, I remember. I remember my old man like going to like everything from like a swap meet to whatever, some gun show, and he'd come back and just give me like a little package of throwing stars, and I'm like, why?
Dude, we used to do that too.
Yeah,
we
throwing stars,
dude. We used to set up
just
boards in the backyard and just
huck them.
We're like 12 years old, just chucking swords and
ninja stars,
axes, throwing knives. Like, yeah, no problem. Here you go, kids.
Boys, man. Let boys be boys.
Yeah, it was a good time.
You know.
I mean, we had cap guns without orange tips.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah, it was dangerous.
We never got shot.
But
we also were not dumb enough to go see a cop and just point a gun at a cop, too.
Best cap guns. Where are the best cap guns from?
Where are the best ones from?
Oh, what kind of question is that?
Like,
it's Knott's Berry Farm, man.
Okay, well, you didn't have to go. Okay.
Never been.
Really?
Yeah, never been.
Oh, that's a really cool. But you should take the daughter there. That's actually a really fun time.
Okay.
I was privileged.
So why do I have to go all the way to Knott's Berry Farm to buy a cap gun?
All metal.
We had those.
No, but at the time when there was no like splurging of internet and all this other stuff, you couldn't find those anywhere.
We had them.
You had metal ones?
Yes, we didn't go to Knott's Berry Farm.
Did they buy those at the Scottish Games too?
Yes, you didn't know that there was.
How many things did the Scottish Games have?
Cannons, pistols
for dinner, haggis? No.
Yes. No, we had this. We had metal ones. We didn't have to go all the way to Knott's Berry Farm to get metal.
Oh my god! You guys robbed the Kern County Museum. It's where they host it.
What are you talking about?
It's where they host the Scottish Games. Wait, where did they host them back then? Did they host them back then at the museum?
No,
folks. Back in the day, you can only get a metal cap gun at Knott's Berry Farm. So
apparently, the ones that we had, we must have like in our sleep went to Knott's Berry Farm.
No, Scottish Games, man.
You know what?
I must have missed out because I caught the Scottish Games when I was a lot older.
So I think Justin and I are blocking out a memory of Knott's Berry Farm. We must have been diddled in the bathroom by an older gentleman, and that's why we're not remembering us going to Knott's Berry Farm because we had metal cap guns.
Diddled, huh?
I was not diddled.
Justin, okay, then it was just you, Tyler. That was solo. I'm sorry. That was a solo thing for
It
you.
wasn't me. I wasn't the diddled.
I'm starting to have memories. They're like spurts and flashes.
Yeah, it's a fun one. You should definitely hit up Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah, I've never been either.
Good. You go there, and then you wrap it up with dinner at Medieval Times. Even funner.
I want to go to the ship place.
The which one?
The one where they do it's like Medieval Times.
Oh, the pirate one.
That's the pirate.
That's actually planned out later this year. I think we're gonna go to that.
Are you?
Yeah, it sounds fun.
Wait, what?
So they have a medieval, like how you have Medieval Times where you go and you have the dinner and everything in the show.
Yeah.
They have one that's pirate themed. So you do it, and they have like a full ship, and they do all kinds of stuff on a ship.
Oh, that's cool. It's like Vegas.
Yep. Pretty much.
Yep. The entire pirate show is Vegas.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wild. That's a great time.
So you want to hear a funny story?
Mm-hmm.
I think I've told it to you before. So my daughter, she loves telling the story. We told mom one time about how we when we used to get in timeout at our old house that we had. There was the way the door was. It was like an entrance, right? And so there was the two corners. So we'd get in trouble, and mom would put us in those corners, like right next to each other,
right?
Which was not smart on her part.
No, it's stupid.
So we were telling the story, and Austin overheard. So she tells this story, like, "Oh, my uncle and my dad, grandma used to get them in trouble, and they would go right there and they would laugh and all this stuff." So, but she'll reenact it. She'll run because like we kind of have like an entryway like that now too,
right? And
she'll run and like stand in the corner and like do stuff like to reenact it, dude. It's so fun.
That's
And mom would get so pissed at us because we would like kick each other, and then when she turned around to look, we'd like stop, and then go back to like doing this, you know.
None of this was my idea, by the way. It was all.
Is that a new thing we're doing this season?
Yeah, just every time you open something,
like an orgasm. Sweet.
orgasm.
Fine.
Oh man.
You
That's actually not a soundboard either. That's our mouths that are making that noise.
I feel like I need to record these little bits, and we can make it soundboard.
Hell yeah. It's happening from here on out.
You should get a soundboard of Eric breathing.
What's wrong with you?
Some heavy breathing.
He's like, I'm never missing a recording ever again.
Nah, it's his fault. It's his fault. This seat's still warm.
Yeah, he's buying a Subaru. So there's that.
Subaru. It's a good car.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you do what you. I mean, they're all fucking the same nowadays.
Pretty much. Man.
For the most part.
Yeah.
There's trash out there.
There's definitely trash out there.
So what do you do for a living, Justin?
Oh, I sell cars.
Why aren't you with Eric right now? Give him a good deal.
Oh,
because he doesn't work a fucking Subaru.
It would have been cool if we could have took part of this live where you were selling him a car.
Eric has like 30 kids, so he needs this minivan or something.
Oh, he does. He actually does.
He's not getting a minivan.
Well, he's buying a Subaru, so I'll see him in a couple of years.
That's fair enough.
When he comes to trade it in because it broke down.
Yeah, transmission's acting up.
Well, he's buying a Subaru, not a Ford.
Yeah.
Who makes Subaru? Does Subaru? Who is there a company that makes Subaru?
No, Subaru's their own company. I think they're Korean.
I don't think you should quote that. I think you should stop.
So how would you say Subaru, Skyler?
Subaru? A Subaru? Like that?
Yeah.
Is that worse?
Subaru?
Subaru.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay, are they North Korean or South Korean?
Listen, I'm not going to get into that because I don't know. I don't know.
I want to say the bad one. Can we go there?
Subaru is made by slave labor.
Maybe.
I won't call it slave. It's forced. It's forced labor.
Yeah, I guess it's forced.
I don't know. I don't really know a whole lot about Subaru. I know I just don't want one.
It's fair enough. No. I mean,
I like my truck. I'm good. I like having a truck.
I need a truck. I miss my truck.
I like how one phone goes off, everybody checks their phone.
Well, I have my face down, so I can put it back up. Just trying to be respectful.
Everyone checks it. What about hockey? We used to play hockey in the house too.
Oh, hockey
down the hallway. There would be like black marks all the way down.
With those hard plastic rolling pucks, the street pucks.
Well, and we used to play in the street too, like across the street.
Neighbor would get mad when we hit our fence.
Well, the fence was there, and we didn't even wear pads. We just straight up like knuckle pucked each other, like, and we'd like fall down and get back up.
Fine,
I have no problem.
Pads.
I don't remember wearing pads for like pretty much anything. No. Biking, rollerblading, skateboarding.
Not until your first menstrual cycle.
Yeah, pretty much that.
So tomorrow, I think we're gonna take
work nowadays. Maybe every now and some pads. Just old, hurts the knees.
It's like
don't heal well.
The movie Little Giants, where they
Johnny.
Yeah,
my name's Johnny.
No. The little one where like the mom was so paranoid that she wrapped them up in like a mattress, basically.
Yeah. Bubble wrapped them up.
Yeah.
What is that? The annexation of Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
Great movie.
Dude, that's a classic, dude.
Absolutely.
Little Giants.
Mm-hmm.
So, what other stories do we got? You got any stories, Skyler? Like growing up?
Oh,
I know you had like you had like a different family dynamic though than like we did.
Family dynamic, because I had a different one. Both my parents split when I was like, I think I might have been 10. It was like 10, and then they split. So then I had my mom kind of grew up solo. She just dated every now and then, and that was pretty much that. My dad ended up getting a stepfamily later, and that brought a very Hispanic heritage into my life, and it was very interesting. So, I mean, you guys were talking about this brotherly love that you had, and I was like, oh, cool, man, that's fun. Not so much with my brother, just be like, hey, what are you doing in the room? And I open up the door, just jerking off, and I close it. So then I'd be like, okay, I guess we're not playing.
Well, to be fair, there was a lot of that happening over here, too. But
guess we're not playing. No swords to the feet. Different kind of sword in there. Different one.
Sword on your feet meant a whole different
whole different thing.
So, get that sword off my foot.
But now
Just kidding.
No, it was different, man. So it was good. I think I was better for it though. My parents, they weren't meant after a long time of like just watching them like growing up. They weren't meant to be together, man. They're totally opposites. So
yeah, well,
it happens.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. And now my mom is about actually still doing the same thing. She's self-employed. She is still she dates every now and then. Right now she's had a boyfriend for a while, and still same thing though, just doing stuff, kind of getting herself together every now and then. And my dad, super nerd, just loves Star Trek, kind of just builds Legos all the time.
Well, he's retired too.
He's retired as hell. He was a CO for a long time.
Yeah, he told me that he just like spends all his money on Legos, basically.
Legos and kicking it, man. That's all he does.
Legos.
Does he still
Every now and then when I see him, he calls me up. I go, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, he's like, "I'm gonna come over." It's not to like have a beer; it's to come over and dig through my kids' Legos to find pieces he needs for his Legos, and then he leaves.
Great seeing you, Dad.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad. Love you.
Or my favorite is when he texts me a picture of a piece he can't find in his own set, and he goes, "Can you dig through all the kids' Legos to find this piece?" I said, "Absolutely not." And then he'll show up the next day.
What does he build? What is he building?
Like all the I mean, nowadays they make more adult Legos, like big old cars and I don't know, Star Wars helmets and stuff. He builds all those ones.
Yeah,
Dude, he built what is it? He built an Apollo 13 rocket, and he mind you, he's a almost 6 foot tall man. He built one that was taller than him.
Jesus.
Was it a kit?
Yeah, it was like some type of kit he bought, and
It's like $1,000.
took him like 2 weeks. 2 weeks, just building that.
What'd you do with it?
When
you're done with it, like what do you?
So
do
he
with
builds it. He takes a picture by it, takes a picture of it, possibly sends a few pictures, and then takes it apart a little bit, puts it in a box, and then it goes into storage.
Like
All worth it.
Okay.
So when
Like,
he passes away, you're gonna be stuck. You're gonna get handed down just
I'm gonna have a
unassembled, half-assembled Legos.
I'm gonna have a very curious looking storage. It's gonna have a lot of weird stuff in it.
All his Star Trek outfits,
Star Trek stuff, and Legos.
Does he still wear like? Will he still wear like?
No, it's been
wear
a long
his
time.
little outfits and stuff.
It's been a long time.
Whoa. What outfits are we talking about?
Star Trek.
Okay.
Like the
'Cause he
little
used to
suit,
go-
like the little colored suit.
Because he used to go to like Star Trek cons and
Yes.
stuff like that, right? Like,
Yeah, we had the last one I went on with him. It was him and his best friend, and then his best friend's son and me, and like we kind of like grew up. So I was like, all right, they went all wild. They were like, oh my god, we went to San Francisco. So already that's taking a turn. I get it, and we're going there, and they're like, it's the biggest convention ever, and we're super stoked. We're talking about seeing alien bitch titties. It's gonna be sweet.
what?
Yeah, it's gonna be sweet. And then it turns out we got there. It ended up being literally in a room no bigger than this building.
No shot.
No bigger than this building. It was so sad. They were disappointed. I think my dad almost cried. The only cool thing that was actually happened is I got to see William Shatner give a speech. And that guy gives a hell of a speech. And then just met a few random Star Trek people.
So no alien bitch titties?
No alien bitch titties, man.
Man.
Really expecting that.
Damn.
Because I mean, Star Trek isn't what it is. You know, it had its heyday way back, growing up. I specifically remember my dad at a convention, and there was a girl dressed as what is a Klingon.
Mm-hmm.
And he walked up, and I'm a child. And my dad walked up and just clearly started flirting with this woman and talking in a language I didn't understand. And I looked up at him. I said, "Man, Dad, you're so cool. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life." As a child.
That's who I want to grow up to be.
Oh, and then there's this other fun one since I'm on that topic. So again, I told you my parents, they're divorced, right?
Right.
It's eventually going to happen.
No, I don't think you mentioned that.
Eventually going to happen, right? So my mom not being a Star Trek person, my dad being this hardcore person. So they're at a convention together. I'm there. I don't remember this. I have no recollection of it, but it gets brought up every now and then at like a family thing. Because now we function as a family now where my dad and mom can be in the same room. And it's cool.
Nice.
But my mom walks up, and I don't remember who it was. It might have been like Sulu from the most Asian guy you can have in Star Trek. And sure enough, my mom walks up and she tugs on my dad and she goes, "Hey, isn't that Scotty right there?" Really loud, which is a complete Irishman from Star Trek. And my dad said, "Get away from me." And he pushed my mom away. And right there, maybe that's where the divorce started. I didn't know. Maybe I just didn't know. I didn't see it coming.
Scottish,
it should have been immediate when your dad goes, "Yeah, I'm really into Star Trek." Your mom should have just been like, "Okay,
maybe."
have a good one.
I don't even know where that came about because, believe it or not, when he was younger, looked very similar to me, had a Weird Al Yankovic afro, and was a pro skateboarder.
What?
Yeah, crazy. He was a Coca-Cola champion.
Coca-Cola champion, skateboarder?
Yep, he has all kinds of pictures of him at like all kinds of skate things, winning trophies, and yeah, it's crazy.
Damn.
I honestly, that like totally surprises me. Like I would never expect that.
People change.
It's interesting. So
that's crazy. You got pulled up over there.
Sorry, I got Eric. Eric was texting me, so let me see what he says.
What you got?
He's like, "Oh, I can be there. I don't know where you guys are record. How long you guys are recording, but I can be there by 4:15." I'm like, "Okay."
Say new car or no new car.
How about we talk to him when he gets here?
Maybe he can use his breather again.
Because we're in the middle of recording this, so I'm not going to sit and like have like dead air and have a whole conversation through text.
Fair enough. Oh, how's the Salty Crew beer, Justin?
It's not bad. It's good.
It's okay.
I don't mind it. Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's beer.
Now that I know it's a shirt thing, maybe that'll get more popular for me. Now that I know it's a brand of clothing.
Let's see, Coronado Brewing Company. There you go.
So I wanted to bring something up that Skyler was. We were talking about a couple weeks ago, and it kind of relates because when I was growing up, I had long hair when I was real little. Okay, and the reason I would always say, my mom would be like, "Why do you want long hair?" And be because I want to be like Steven Seagal.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So I'm sure you remember this.
Of course.
And eventually it was like, okay, I'm fucking stupid. I'm gonna cut my fucking hair off. Like, I don't need to be like Steven Seagal. That's ridiculous. But we were going through like a bunch of his credits because we were talking about Steven Seagal.
Did you save this? You saved this, didn't you?
And so, I've got it pulled up right here. I've got his IMDb, and we were cracking up because we were reading the like his description for all his movies, right? And dude, we just got to read through some of these. So like all of them have to do with, what was it where he's like, something is hijacked every single movie and he comes in to save the day. Like a plane's hijacked. And then he's like, just so happens to be on the plane and saves the day. There was like a tank that was hijacked, a boat that's hijacked. Like every single movie is some kind of premise to it being hijacked.
Was I like,
and his background is a special ops of some sort.
Yes, and every single one is like, he's like, special ops this, special ops that. So I'm just gonna pull up like a random one. Let's see.
You Under Siege.
Under Siege. He's got so many goddamn movies.
Jesus, dude.
Well, he is 70 now.
Isn't he like a black belt in Aikido?
Oh, he's done everything, dude.
Like,
he was an actual sheriff.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he was a bounty hunter at one point. He was the Dalai Lama's bodyguard.
Dude, I'm serious.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, the Dalai Lama's bodyguard, dude.
If there's all the actors wondering what to do with their lives, just be like Steven Seagal. He's done everything.
Here you go. Ready?
I'm ready.
Above the Law came out in 1988. A former special operations Vietnam vet works as a Chicago cop and uncovers a CIA wrongdoing. So this one doesn't happen to be, a hijacking, but
not that we.
But this was in the beginning, too. Like of his career. That was 1988. So like if we do one later on,
Under Siege, go for it.
Flight of Fury. Look at this. This is the ridiculous looking. Look at that.
John is sent in to recover a stolen stealth bomber. His trusty sidekick Rohar. Oh, my bad. And his ever faithful Jessica fight the rebel forces of
Banana-stan?
Bonanza-stan, led by vivacious Elena.
Dude, like, we got to go through and start watching, like, Steven Seagal movies because it just seems so ridiculous. Okay, you have that video? We need to show Justin that.
I gotta find it. I'll show it to Justin, though.
Yeah, you can watch these videos.
No, like the one I was telling you right now, the Under Siege one, he's a cook on a ship. It's also an ex-special ops guy. fighting Gary Busey. And then the next movie, Under Siege 2, guess what? He's now a cook on a train, also a special ops guy, and the train gets hijacked.
What year did that come out?
I don't remember, man. It's 90s, maybe.
Oh, here you go. Here's Under Siege 2. So here's Under Siege.
Okay.
Came out in 1992. The year you were born.
Yeah.
It's your movie.
And an ex-Navy SEAL turned cook is the only person who can stop a group of terrorists when they seize control of a U.S. battleship.
Okay, but why in the cover of the video does he look like he's the ship's captain?
Exactly.
Well, what you don't know is that all chefs on ships wear that exact uniform.
that exact one, yeah.
All right, so they got Under Siege 2, Dark Territory. Casey Ryback, who's the character
Same
he
guy,
plays, hops on a Colorado to L.A. train to start a vacation with his niece.
Okay.
Early into the trip, terrorists board the train and use it as a mobile HQ to hijack a top-secret destructive U.S. satellite. Like, how is this guy in the right place at the right time?
I have to put it out there, though. I do like action movies that are based off the same characters and like the same premise. It's like watching a Die Hard movie. How many Die Hards went by? You know what I mean?
Jason Bourne.
Yeah. Oh,
well, it's like
John Wick.
John Wick's on what? 5? That's 5, right?
I think it's
4.
Is it 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen the newest one, but the other 3 are phenomenal.
There's a video that Skyler showed me, though, where it's like a newer clip from one of his movies. But, I mean, like you said, these guys are like, what, 70?
Oh, he's 70 now. He's
or something?
He's over it.
Yeah, he's got to be pushing 80.
Like,
dude.
what do we got here?
He's got to be pushing 80.
It's got to give his age. Anyway, his biography, I guess. I don't know. He's 6'4". He was born in 1952.
A big fucking dude.
Anyway. But it's just, so he's got a video
73.
now. He's like 70 or something.
73, yeah.
And so he's like plays the same character now still.
Yeah.
Like where he's like jumping off the side of buildings and like just shooting guys. But now it's like he's not doing as much of the stunts, right? So a lot of it's just like he's standing in one spot and he's just killing all the guys. Like that's basically it. But the funny part is his stunt double is like 2 sizes too small.
Oh,
so you could tell it's not him because that dude's got like a beer belly and all this. And his stunt double is like a cut dude. And so it'll do like a quick cut where he's like going down the side, rappelling down the side of a building. And it's just like a fit dude going down. You can tell it's not Steven Seagal at all.
I'm over here looking at his IMDb here and look at his nicknames. The Great One, Lord Steven, and the Master of Aikido. Dude.
There's some nicknames, man.
That's the legacy.
Pretty good.
The Great One.
Again, like I said, man, actors fall out of line. I mean, go do something. Look at what he did.
He's a special agent.
He's a legend.
Special Agent Steven Seagal. But I just had to bring it up because it was so funny. Like we were dying laughing when we were having this conversation. We were just like looking up all of his movies and all the descriptions or some kind of like hijack or he's a special forces guy or.
My favorite is the video of him doing his Aikido.
Like look at this fool now. He's like dyeing all of his hair just to be young.
So he's a 6'4" giant. Maybe he comes up to you in a store and he has a problem with you. Do you fight or do you run?
Oh well, no, I would never. I mean, if I know who's Steven Seagal, I'm not going to fight him.
Okay, fair enough.
That's for sure.
I would take the punch just to say I got punched by him.
Yeah, there's some pride in that, I guess.
Some pride.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that video though of him? And he's like he's in the middle of like his dojo. And he's displaying his skills, and he has like attackers coming from every position, and every single time one of them comes up to him, he just makes like one movement, and they like like just fall to the ground so dramatically.
Well, imagine getting kicked by that large man.
No, not even kicks, just like moving like arm movements. I don't know if it's legit, if it's more like theatrics.
It might be.
Dude, I'm just reading some of these fucking descriptions. It cracks me up. Like, it makes me want to, like, it's funny, but it makes me want to watch them too. Because I'm like, ooh.
I bet if we reached out to him, he'd come on the podcast for sure.
He might.
You think he'd sponsor it?
He might, yeah.
Would.
We would all have to have, like, the ponytails.
Yeah,
like,
the ponytails.
Ponytails and all.
We better start growing out the hair because I think that might be a requirement for him to, like, give the green light.
What if it was just him kicking our ass, like, nonstop for, like, every time he
and
saw
just
us,
record it?
Yeah, just beat the piss out of us.
Just the sounds.
I think I would allow it.
I'd allow it too.
Hey, these are all on HBO Max.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Steven Seagal.
These are all on HBO Max, dude. I know what I'm doing when I'm going home tonight. Danielle's going to be so pissed. Hey, babe, I found a movie for us to watch. It's just like all these Steven Seagal.
Hey, if you're heard of the new, you gotta find an okay one, Tyler. But you also gotta let Austin watch it. She'd be like, "Who's that big man?"
Why would I let a 3-year-old watch
Marked
rated R
for
movies?
death.
Under Siege. Under Siege. I'm not Under Siege. Under Siege is perfect.
So here's Marked for Death. Came out in 1990. A retired DEA agent is out to hunt down and take out a Jamaican drug posse, my bad, that has targeted he and his family for murder.
But why?
Why does it always have to be some kind of, I don't know, just kind of funny.
It's got to be Jamaican.
Yeah. Look at that ponytail, man. That's glorious.
Dude. Iconic.
The iconic ponytail of Steven Seagal.
Love that.
The 90s, man.
Peak manhood right there.
Dude. That's where it's at. So there's another topic that I thought was really funny was there's a whole circuit of casinos, like Indian casino, whatever, some kind of casino that's not like Vegas or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole circuit of performers that do concerts and stuff at these casinos that you're like, I didn't even know they were still together, or I thought that whole band was dead. Like I didn't know. So I just pulled up a random one right here. This isn't a very good example. They kind of have shitty people. But one was like Third Eye Blind. Like I pulled up a casino somewhere and it was like,
they're still together.
I'm like, apparently they hitting all the casinos. I don't even know, dude.
Damn.
Like
I've seen that though. I've heard like advertisements for certain bands that you haven't heard of in 10, 15 years, and all of a sudden they're being advertised to play at Eagle Mountain Casino and Resort or something like that.
Dude. But here's Thunder Valley. So here's a casino. It's called Thunder Valley Casino and Resort. This is the one I was actually looking at. So let me pull up the entertainment here. Events. It's kind of funny because I was like, dude, I didn't even know any of these bands are still together. Like, it's hilarious that they're still performing. Kansas with Blue Oyster Cult. How are they? I had no idea they were still a thing, right? Boys to Men performing. Third Eye Blind. An evening with Third Eye Blind.
There you go. See,
there's like a whole casino circuit that like is nobody knows about. Like I didn't even know any of these bands are still like a thing.
Damn.
Load more events. It gets crazy. Bryan Adams.
Didn't know that.
Train.
Wow.
Black Crows. Like I didn't know any of these bands were like still a thing.
Still going.
Yeah, dude.
John Fogerty.
Fogerty. Okay, you better get that one right. Okay.
Listen, whatever.
Kid Rock. Okay, I know Kid Rock. REO Speedwagon.
Saw him at the fair.
Ringo Starr.
Didn't know that one.
Buck Cherry. Like these are all like a lot of these are like late 90s, early 2000s, and I'm like, and they haven't like done a thing since. And you're like, I didn't even know they were still performing.
Still playing the same songs that their hits.
Oh, here you go, Skyler.
Okay.
Australia's Thunder from Down Under.
Nice.
weren't you in that?
Yeah, maybe.
But
Bill Burr.
yeah, but it was
so
like
they got some you know,
yeah, they got some good like comedians.
But
like, some of the bands that are performing, I had no idea that even they were Styx.
Oh,
did you know Styx was still together and playing?
No,
exactly. That's crazy, huh?
I'm gonna take a potty break, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay. Chicago. Steve Miller Band. Kenny Loggins. Danger Zone.
didn't know any of these.
I just thought it was funny that if I would know that, and if they were like, you know, some of the casinos closer to us, I would go to some of these.
Yeah, we don't really have. I mean, what is it? We have Eagle Mountain. It's like 2 hours away, 1 hour away, something like that. I've only been to it one time, but yeah, it was okay.
Well, I mean, it's different. Those casinos, like, you can't drink in them. They don't have alcohol.
Do we get special guests at the Golden West?
Maybe.
Doubtful.
Let's do an on-site. Let's see if let's
do an on-site
let's reach
job
out
over there.
Let's reach out and see if they'll let us record a podcast episode there. We'll promote it. We'll see if they can sponsor us. But I just thought it was funny. I'm like, a lot of these bands, I didn't know that they were still even on the circuit, like performing. You know? So if you all want to go look up your local casinos and see who's performing,
Yeah.
I recommend it. There's some pretty good bands out there, man.
People are still doing stuff.
So, yeah, man. It's crazy. Welcome back, Justin.
The quickest pee ever, man. You just went on the ground, huh?
Yeah. Who's eating pistachios in the bathroom?
No idea, man. That ain't me.
Got some shells on the floor.
Well, we want to make sure that we've got everything available and all the amenities for our guests
I like
that come
that.
on the podcast. So,
Yeah.
bathroom pistachios.
That's on lock.
No hand towels though.
Did you meet the bathroom attendant? Is he back there? That guy?
I think he was on break.
No,
Oh,
I didn't see him back there.
Okay.
No, I mean, usually, was that you?
No.
We took you off your break.
That's your actual job.
Yeah,
Is
sometimes me and
the
Eric
podcast
switch.
bathroom
Sometimes
attendant?
me and Eric switch. Might be me or Eric.
And you're not really just a bathroom attendant. You just like to stare at people while they pee.
Yeah, that's it.
Skyler, what do you drive?
What do I drive?
Mm-hmm.
Hyundai Sonata.
What year?
2016.
Did you buy it brand new or pre-owned?
We bought it. It was pre-owned.
Nice.
Yeah.
How do you like it?
Kind of weird to buy. I mean, do you guys buy? Have you guys bought cars like brand new? You're brand new?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
you're a car
I mean,
dealer guy.
yeah.
Car dealer
Yes.
guy, so I don't know why I asked you that.
Dude, I'm filling out all this information because we're sending Austin to private school. So they want to know everything.
Oh, yeah.
So we're filling out all the financial stuff for it. And it was like, do you own any cars? I'm like, yes. What's the loan amount remaining? And I'm like, 0, because my truck's paid off.
Why do you need to know that?
Yeah,
though?
exactly. It's kind of weird, right? And they go, here's the
yeah.
kicker, right? What is the estimated value of the vehicles you own?
What?
And I'm all, I don't know.
What are you, my accountant?
Is
So I
that in
pulled
case
up-
they want to
I
haggle
pulled
you to
up-
pick up Austin?
I pulled
Yeah.
up, I just was curious. I'm like, I just had to come up with a number. So I Kelly Blue Booked my truck, which is a 2016. There's only like 40,000 miles on it. So I Kelly Blue Booked it with my VIN number. So it was able to pull up just like everything.
Right.
It's estimated at $33,000.
Oh, yeah. Those Tacomas, dude. They hold their value
Those
better
are
than
always
anything.
that's always the weird thing though, right? Like when you're filling out something, they ask
So I
really
need to talk to
really
you about
weird things. Really
Get-
like that makes no sense that they
Like-
would ask you that.
Like, are you going to keep my child
Yeah.
for collateral? Unless I
If it's not
I-
worth
okay,
enough, we're keeping your child.
Yeah, dude. I'm like,
Go buy a new car.
Okay.
This is private school. Buy a new fucking car. We'll get a Tesla, dick.
Yeah, it's for like the financing side of it. And I'm just like,
Oh, your car's too old?
yeah, you can't come here. It's like Uber.
Yeah.
They're actually just like signing you up for Uber, like to do it. Like, oh, you want to finance through us, okay, well, all you're doing is taking money out of my account. What do you need to know what vehicle I have?
Like, if it's I don't know. Like, if it's a thing where they just want to make sure that you have money to like pay for the school, like,
But it's
it's
an
like, just
odd way
ask-
to ask.
just
It's
ask
such
for
an
my
odd way.
Dude,
to
here,
ask.
check this
just
out.
find out what my income is.
Check this out, dude. You've done it too. I
Okay.
know you've done it.
Okay.
We all own houses.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just went through the process to buy a house,
It's
just
a bastard.
recently.
It's a bastard.
They did not ask me what my estimated value of my vehicle was,
Yeah.
and that was to buy a house.
I got a mortgage.
I'm just sending her to a private school.
So speaking of that, so I was trying to reframe in my mind of like what was the last time I went to that asked me really really awkward questions, and it was I served on jury duty, like on jury duty, and I did that right. They now give you a per whatever COVID stuff, they give you a packet now, and that packet does the same thing. It's like, how much is your income?
Why do you need to know
How
that
much
to
you
be
guys,
on a jury?
how old are each of your kids, and what schools do they go to? Like
Hell no.
all
Fuck
kinds
no.
of crazy.
You don't. They don't
stuff.
need to know that shit.
And I'm like, what? I was like, what is
No.
going on? And like, I get the ones that are like, have you been a felon?
Yeah, I understand those.
Different, but they're like, who are you employed by? Who is it? I'm like, what is going on?
Why do you need to know that?
Why do they
What
need to
time
know
do-
that to serve on a
Crazy
jury?
stuff, dude.
What time do your children typically?
They
go
should
to bed?
ask real questions. Do you like cops? Do you know any of the lawyers or the attorneys?
Oh, yeah.
Do you? How do you feel like like when I did it? It was like it was like a domestic or the dude killed somebody while he was in prison already.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't end up serving on it, obviously, but that was it. So a lot of it was like the questions were, do you know anybody that's a correctional officer? Because they want to know like who's biased, who's going to be biased, who's not going to be biased. Those are questions they should ask. Not
Right.
what's your family income.
Oh, dude, it's wild, man.
Why do you have to know that? Why do I need to serve on a jury? Why do you need to know where my kids go to school?
That makes
Like
no
that's
sense.
strange. Because if I give the wrong verdict, you're gonna go get my kids?
So like I said, it's a lot of like random pamphlets you'll end up filling out. It's like, man, this is like really invasive. Like, man,
Fuck that,
it's
dude.
kind of weird.
I've never had to actually serve.
Oh,
for jury.
I've gone-
I've gotten multiple summons, but with my occupation, it's
They don't do it.
it's a financial burden for me to go because
okay.
if I'm not selling cars, I'm not making money.
because your work is they'll write it off.
So I can, I get a work letter.
Yeah,
that
we don't do
sends
that
it.
no more. We used to, but our work
Yeah.
now goes, yeah, no, we pay you to be there. So we actually have to go now because our work is like,
Yeah. It used to
Well,
be
actually,
a write off.
they actually pay us our income to be
Mhm.
there now. So I'm like, fuck. Now we have to go.
There's nothing wrong with like serving. You know,
No, and I understand the reasoning and all this stuff. I understand it. And I'll be a good
Yeah,
patriot citizen, whatever, but it's just like, it's a hassle sometimes.
don't get too invasive also with the questions. Like,
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
kind of that'll make me
but
mad
I mean
more
that
than
is today,
anything.
right? Like that's like the world today. They're really just really invading people's privacy. I mean, you could scream
everything.
whatever into your phone several times, and then suddenly you start getting ads for it. So it's like, there you go.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
were talking about that last night. Danielle goes, I really want a salad. Like I'm craving like one of those, like a salad bar salad where I can go and put whatever I want on it and stuff. And we were like trying to think, we're like, where the fuck do you go get a salad bar nowadays?
Like 90s Pizza Hut style.
Yeah, dude. And we go,
Oh,
so eventually we went Sizzler.
Sizzler for sure.
Sizzler.
I haven't been to Sizzler forever.
Yeah,
we have
Caesar's
two.
one of them.
We have a couple of them, and dude, we went. Dude, I got some like steak and shrimp, like meal, and then we got unlimited salad bar.
What
Dude,
scissor did you go to?
The one, California.
Oh, okay, yeah, I think that's the last one I went to.
We went in, and it was really clean.
Is that the one from across from the bowling alley?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Not there anymore.
Bowling alley is it?
No, dude, there's only
Like-
one bowling alley in town now.
It's on Weibel, right?
Yeah.
It's the one out actually towards
But-
the Auto Mall.
Yeah,
out that way.
by the
yeah.
Auto Mall.
Anyway,
And
we
it's
went,
fancy.
dude.
That one's fancy, dude.
And
Damn.
it's not fucking cheap, bro. It's
No.
not. Our entrees were $20, and then the unlimited salad bar to add to an entree is $10.
Jesus.
So I don't like, but it was super clean. Like they're there constantly cleaning everything.
I remember.
It was
my
good,
parents
though.
used to take me to the one when it was the Ice House.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one back
Yeah,
in the day.
Constant,
Yeah, dude.
constant. It had that little like area where you would get your food. It was just like they had the thing in the middle, and all the stuff was around it.
I don't know why. I think of salad bars. I think of like pizza places.
Dude,
Like
but that's like
A lot of
old
pizza
school,
places
man.
have them.
That's,
Yeah, that
but
is
that's
old
old
school.
school. Remember going to like an old school Pizza Hut like after a game?
Yeah.
And you'd go and like they had like the salad bar and like that was the thing you
Oh,
went.
dude.
They had,
you
like-
went to pizza places.
they had,
Now
like,
it's-
You wouldn't just go there. You would go there to eat, and you'd have that, and then they'd have like a little corner, shoved closet corner, and you would have like arcade games.
oh yeah,
dude, like that was
You're
like
racking
the,
out
the,
arcade
that
the
was so much fun
stained
back in the
glass
day.
lights over the
Just like over
salad bar. Like it was a different vibe.
I miss like that type of environment. Now it's just like, oh, let's get pizza, take it home, or get it delivered.
Mm-hmm.
I miss the whole like old school Pizza Hut or that type of environment, where they had the Pizza Hut with the old building style, you know what I mean?
Right.
Where it was their logo. The roof
Yeah,
was
it
their
was
logo.
It was just the whole vibe of being there. You're with family. You're with
Yeah,
friends.
Yeah,
you're with,
beer
you're good
pitchers.
Pizza, beer
like
pitchers.
dad always had
mean-
had the pitcher of beer.
Mom, Dad, can I get some quarters? Go play some games. Oh yeah, here, son, go.
yeah,
you know,
I miss
yeah.
that type of dynamic. That was always fun.
You guys don't have one over here, way out by my house. I have a place called what is it, Tony's Firehouse Grill, way out there. I mean, it's like sitting in the hills.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That place is more like that. They have the salad bar. They have the arcade.
Well,
they
the,
have,
the
like-
Tony's
they
here.
have
Like we have a Tony's on this side.
Oh
of
no,
town,
the
and
old
there's
one that
just-
was I don't remember what that was.
Papa
before.
O's.
O's,
I
dude.
actually hit up Tyler about that a couple.
Dude, he
weeks
texted me
ago.
just not that long ago, and he was like, "Hey, what was that pizza place name called?" Blah 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 blah. And I was like, "Papa O's."
Yeah,
The one
dude.
that you know how what is it? Famous David just closed down. I was like, just
Yeah.
reopen that pizza place. It was way better. Than
Pizza Factory, bro.
that. Yes.
Pizza
Factory.
Factory.
Oh, speaking of,
Madness.
Eric used to work at Pizza Factory
Did
back
he?
in high school, and our family owned it.
What?
Yes, you don't remember that?
Houches?
Yeah,
How that
No
just
shit.
how that just cruise by you? You're like,
because he was young.
your
though.
face is like, what is
'Cause by
happening?
the time they closed down and stuff, like he was still pretty young. So we used to have, I don't know if you remember, but we used to have family reunions there.
No, I remember. I
Yeah.
remember going there for large gatherings. I didn't really know. Like I was young enough. I was like, whatever. I'm just here for the pizza and like the play and
Yeah,
the
it was- so we would
little
shut
tiny
it.
bit of the.
What was
the
funny is
Tyler history.
Eric, we were talking about it, and this was kind of like before like all of us became friends and stuff. But he was like, he was working there like young, like 15, boom type of thing back then. But Yeah, dude, he would like he was like, "Oh shit, you're like, yeah, we owned it." Like not us personally, but like distant relatives.
Was there like a reason why they played VeggieTales all the time? Because I remember that.
I don't know at all.
Where?
No, they just ran VeggieTales on repeat on the TVs.
In the kids area. In the kids area. Yeah.
Yeah, but there was like
that, yes.
there was like all kinds of toys and stuff there back in the day.
That place. I don't think they ever should have shut that down. Famous Days was a flop.
It was okay for the first few years that it opened, but honestly, if I had to be honest, that location is just terrible.
It is.
It's just a terrible location.
We'll see what we get, man. They just shut down our Hooters. They shut down that. They're just shutting down places. We'll see what we get.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm curious what's going in where Hooters was. It'd be funny if it was a Twin Peaks.
I just had, I just had Michelle the other day. I guess her, where she works, they took and did her luncheon, whatever. They did it at Hodel's. I don't know if you guys know Hodel's.
Yeah,
of course.
And she was like, "Why have I not had Hodel's before?" She's never had it. She's like,
okay,
she's like,
for everyone listening that's not from our town,
yeah.
Hodel's is a like a country style, family style, like a buffet.
Like a hometown buffet.
Yeah,
it's a hometown buffet.
But it's like
I would say it's higher quality, more like home style cooking.
They do so. Their big thing is catering. So they do like a lot of catering. So like their food is like a hometown buffet style, like a buffet style. But a hometown buffet.
It's almost like a southern Barney kind of feel.
But it's more like expensive than
She compared that though to like the most recent Cracker Barrel.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, Cracker Barrel's dog crap compared to that. That was amazing.
It depends on what you get.
Yeah.
I just went to Cracker Barrel not that long ago, and it's actually what I got was really good.
Listen, when I go to Cracker Barrel or in any place I go to get a beer, if I'm like, hey, I want a beer, on draft. When they have, we're drinking cans now, which I don't mind because we're here and we're doing the podcast. But when I go to a place, I want it on draft. I want something cold in a glass. They still have canned beers there. I'm like,
well, that's not the place you go to get a beer, though.
Lame.
That's like that's the place you go to at 7 p.m. and you get a waffle and eggs, chicken fried steak.
I do like chicken fried
steak. So we gotta kind of have to start wrapping this up a little bit. It's kind of going on over an hour, and we got other people coming in. But how was your first experience on since you haven't been on yet?
Oh, it was good, man.
And I'm glad I got you on because like this was a pretty good dynamic. Pretty good flow.
Absolutely.
It was pretty funny.
It was a good time.
We'll have to get you back on, man.
Hanging out, bullshitting.
Keep me up with your schedule so that because I know you work like every other weekend on and off, and then you got family stuff and stuff. But if you ever have like a moment where it's like you're like, hey, I'm gonna be free this Saturday type of thing, hit me up and we'll record or something.
Yeah, or if you see Eric turning in his new car, these are gonna get.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I'll hit him up when he comes in to trade it in, and I'll just be like, let's schedule something. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, dude, I'm glad you came on finally.
Yeah, it's good to be on, man.
Yeah, so we've been trying to get like more and more people on, and thanks for filling in, Skyler.
Yeah, no, it's not a problem.
It was kind of, I know it wasn't really last minute, but there was kind of like Eric not being here was kind of last minute.
No, I mean we prepped for it ish. So
it was a good time.
Anyway. Guys, watch Steven Seagal movies.
Steven Seagal movies. Watch those and go to watch concerts at casinos.
If you have a Scottish festival, go.
And get some swords and give them to your kids.
Yeah, do that.
Anyway, follow us on all socials at Our Wives Are Friends. And if you got any topics that you want us to talk about or guests that you should come on, that you want us to have on, then make those recommendations.
Especially if it's Steven Seagal.
Please, if we know anybody out there that knows Steven Seagal, let's get him on the podcast.
Yes.
Anyway, everybody have a good day.